Hello friends, I'm back for part 2 of the American Travelogue. And this is the Middle America Travelogue. As actually from driveway to driveway, it was 4,555 miles. A lot of miles. So anyway, after leaving Chicago down through Illinois and the cornfields and all that, we ended up in St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis, Missouri, we had to get to certain places in a certain time, so we really didn't stop anywhere in St. Louis. Got a lot of good pictures of the arch and that happy stuff. But the bottom line is, St. Louis is an old town. I mean, we went through Chicago. Those are old buildings. Chicago's been there a long time, but St. Louis is an old town. And I don't know, there was just something about St. Louis that I didn't really particularly want to be around. The Mississippi River, and we saw some gambling boats and all that. I guess that's pretty cool. So anyway, we moved on, and then we went to, and then we were on our way to Branson, Missouri. Missouri's a beautiful country, absolutely beautiful country. So I dug that drive going to Branson. Branson, that was because it's kind of like Vegas, but not on steroids. It's like I shouldn't say that, but whatever. A lot of theaters. It's almost in this one stretch of a highway called 76, and that's where all the things are. They're away from downtown Branson. Branson's actually a little town on the river. I can't remember the name of the river. I should have that here, but I don't. But whatever. There's a river running through. I think it's the Missouri River. Missouri Boat Ride. That's from Josie Wales. Anyway, but the strip of Branson it's all theaters and shopping and museums, and that's pretty much all it is. We saw Jim Stafford. Now the thing about this show blows me away because we were at one end of the strip, and the Jim Stafford Theater was at the other end. All right, so we go to see Jim Stafford. It's gorgeous out, beautiful. We saw the show. I was a little disappointed. Jim Stafford's really not in the show that much anymore. We still got to hear him play a little guitar and his harmonica and stuff like that, but mostly it's all, we saw a 3D video of him when he was younger, obviously, and it's mostly his kids and other acts, and 2 other acts, this Russian dancers and this country singer. She was good. She kicked ass. But he's getting on in there. He's been doing it 20 years now. From what I've heard, Mickey Gilley across the street from him, he doesn't have a voice anymore, so his show is all other people. And so anyway, but it was cool. But the thing is, after almost 2 hours of this, when the show's over, we leave. A thunderstorm had developed during the last half hour of us being there, and it was nuts. We were drenched by the time we got to the car, and the car was parked right next to the theater. We didn't have to run 15 feet, but we were thoroughly drenched, like taking a shower for an hour. And then we had to drive all the way across all the way back to the motel. So it was so that was nuts. And but Branson, it's gorgeous. Missouri, like I say, Missouri's a beautiful state. You should see it if you can. All right, then we left there and then down through Arkansas, and then we came upon the Cherokee Nation on the Oklahoma border. All right, we stopped at the Cherokee Nation Casino. Great people. If you're ever down that way, definitely stop in and give them a few bucks. Gamble a little bit, I don't know, whatever. Because the wife left her wallet there, right on a machine. We didn't realize it. She didn't realize it until we hit a toll booth 30 miles away. Bottom line is we got to go back. So we go back, and even though I've been in casinos for over 35 years, my whole adult life has been casinos. There's no way in the world do I expect us to find it. I think it's going to be a nightmare because we're going to have to cancel everything, and it would be a freaking nightmare if that wallet's gone. We get back there. We got so lucky. We didn't win any money, but the point is, we hit like 3 jackpots in one because an employee found the wallet, turned it in. Now it took us almost an hour to get the money, the cash, even though we didn't really care about the cash. The bottom line was we got the wallet back with all the cards. And that's what you don't want to deal with, is losing those. because that's a mess. I mean, that would have been a nightmare. So anyway, but they have to go through all this paperwork, and they're not used to doing it either. So whatever, we got everything back, and had a great buffet, and then we moved on through Oklahoma. Northern Oklahoma was great, except for Tulsa. Tulsa was a nightmare, even though we stayed on the 412. That was the highway, US 412, heading west. I mean, they had it going here, they had it going there, they had it going here, they had it going there. I mean, to keep up with all this, because it was all detours because of road construction everywhere. In the summertime, you're not going to get away from road construction. That's just a part of life in America. You know, even with the bullshit stimulus and all that kind of crap, which is horseshit. We're being robbed in America. We're letting this government kill us. We're letting this government kill us. But anyway, without that, the bottom line is road work. Unbelievable. So anyway, and then from there, straight up to Kansas from Tulsa, and we spent the night in a place called Salina. And then in the morning we moved on to all the way through Kansas, all the way through Colorado, back to Utah, and then back down, and we were home. So the bottom line is it took 9 days to do all this. That was a long trip, but we saw a lot of America that everybody should see. What I can't believe is most ecologists live probably in Vail, Colorado. Vail, Colorado is so huge, and it's still being constructed. I mean, there's just homes everywhere. There's a city there. It's absolutely nuts. You would think it would have taken them 20 years just to do the environmental impact reports they had to do to build all that stuff in that pristine area. Unbelievable. We can't drill our own oil. We have more oil underneath United America than the rest of the world will ever have. More than Saudi Arabia, more than anybody. But we can't drill it because of ecologists and environmental impact. Those un-American pieces of crap. But yet they've built Vail in no time whatsoever. Just developed the living hell out of it. And it's right on the Eagle River, a beautiful river. You cannot tell me most of that sewage doesn't end up there or leak into it. Unbelievable. So I'm really disappointed with that. But Colorado is beautiful. It's like going through the Grand Canyon in some parts of it, down the 70. So anyway, there's our trip. It was a great trip. Again, when you take your vacations, if you could just stay in America and see America and just drive through it, you'd be totally amazed what a great country we have and why we got to fight so hard to get it back, because it's being taken away from us, and we cannot let that happen. Civil war, whatever it's going to have to take. Bottom line is, our country is being run by communists now. We've given it up. We've given it up, even though there was fraud and everything else involved, obviously. Bottom line is, we got to get it back. We can't let. We got to get it back. That's all there is to it. And I'll talk about it in another video. I'm running out of time on this one. So anyway, there's the travelogue. Enjoy. Hopefully, I told you a little bit. We'll see. I don't know if I did this better. We'll find out in the long run. Later.